Hi guys, I was looking through some of the Google form responses yesterday, and it looked like we struggled most with question number two. Question number two, as you went through the Google form, should have given you some narrative as you got problems wrong, explaining what needed to occur. Remember, anytime we do a Hardy-Weinberg though, we are always trying to start with Q squared. So for this one, it's not the best question, I will admit to you. You won't have a question like this on any sort of assessment. But again, a lot of you got thrown off because you tried to put 64% as P. Remember, we are always trying to solve for Q squared first. So 64% of the population has a dominant phenotype. So that means that those people are either big A, or big A, little a. So that is your 64%. And that means that takes up these people right here. That doesn't really help us because we need Q squared, but we can easily figure out Q squared. So 1 minus 0.64 will actually give us 0.36. So 36% or 0.36 of the population is going to have the completely recessive genotype of left-handedness in this case. So now that we have 0.36, again, we take the square root of that to solve for Q, and the square root of 0.36 is 0.6%. Okay. These two have to total up to 1. So 1 minus 0.6 is 0.4. Once you have P, we need to square it. So 0.4 squared is going to give us 0.16. So we can fill that in. And then we also know that all of these guys have to total up to 1. So once we have this, we can do 1 minus the 0.16 minus 0.36, and we end up with 0.48. Okay. So again, not the best question. You won't have one like this. You'll have one more like this on any sort of assessment, so don't panic. Again, just try to remember, always start with Q and it won't throw you off. I can see the argument as to why some of you did put the 64 up here, but again, don't panic. None of the grades are going into the grade book. I just want to recap what was going on and what needs to be done. And again, you will have questions more like the first one, which I believe almost everybody did 100% on. So it's great. It's good news to know that you do understand how the process is supposed to work. This one was just a little bit trickier and isn't the best question anyway. All right. So keep doing what you're doing and stay safe, and I will talk to you later.